Welcome back to LimQ Plus, everyone. On this channel, I'm 100%ing Breath of the Wild by a bit every day until Tears of the Kingdom comes out, which is today in 111 days. Pretty nice number, 111. And yet again, a day closer to our potential, probable release. I do have bone barrows on this file, thank God. Actually, I was gonna say, I don't know if this is gonna make this core easier. You can go into bullet time here, which is something that a lot of people don't know. Also, excuse my voice, I'm still pretty sick. I'm gonna have some coffee here as well as some water. To be able to somewhat talk. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Breath of the Wild's quests today, Breath of the Wild quest lines. I talked about this topic recently on my live stream, when we talked about the Tarrytown questlines. Okay, I got this Korok already on a different pathing. So I was talking about quests on my Twitch, and mainly because we kind of all agreed that Tarrytown is like the best quest in the game, almost anonymously. Anonymously? Is that how you say it? Also, where is the race beginning here? Excuse me? We basically all agreed that Tarrytown is the best quest in the game, and that almost no other quest comes even close to Tarrytown. I'm really confused. I don't know why I'm blind right now. Oh, maybe because does the race thing disappear? I completely forgot about this. This is another detail that I wasn't sure about. So the race, like the little tree stump where the race starts, actually disappears when you get the Korok. For some reason, I just like, that didn't register for me. Anyway, I'm not really talking about the topic, but hope you excuse me. Tarrytown is the best quest in Breath of the Wild, and there's almost no other quest that comes close to it. It's still a little bit of a fetch quest, but it has like its own soundtrack, it has like this cool progression, it rewards you with an actual new town in the game. And nothing even comes close to it. I think the only quests that are maybe somewhat on that level in terms of how much you actually have to do are the Weapon Connoisseur quest, which is a quest in Hateno Village, where you have to show this boy excuse me, a bunch of different weapons. And these weapons are basically scattered all around Hyrule. I think this guy is around here. He wants to see like an ancient blade saw and an ice spear. And it's quite a big quest in terms of what you have to do, but it doesn't reward you with that much. It gives you some money items, essentially. Then there's technically the shrine quest for this shrine, which revolves around obviously freeing Nadra. Technically, this quest can be skipped if you get the Nadra scale early from a chest in Hyrule Castle, but that's definitely a memorable one. But I wanted to talk about some quests in particular that I really dislike. The first one that I always talk about, and some people I think haven't really understood why I have such a problem with that quest, but it's the love letter quest in Zora's Domain. For some reason, there's a Zora girl. I know age works different in the Zora world, but it's still extremely weird. That girl essentially looks like she's like 10 years old, and she wants to write a love letter to this like adult-looking Hylian. Which doesn't really hit right, it's a bit creepy. Which is why I'm not a big fan of it. Excuse me so much for the coughing. I don't know why talking seems to be even harder today than yesterday. Maybe it's just because I haven't had enough water. So let me get some of that. And another quest in Zora's Domain that I really dislike is the monument quest. So there's these like 10 old monuments. I'm gonna have some water real quick. There's these 10 old monuments around Zora's Domain that you have to read and show to this guy who's like somewhere here. The problem is, you do get hints from him about which of the monuments you potentially have missed, but it's so annoying to go around again and figure out which of the stone tablets you still have to read. And at the end of the day, I think you get 1 diamond for that quest. Maybe 2. I think it's 1 diamond. You know who gives you 2 diamonds? The guy in the front here who just wants you to give him 10 luminous stones. Yes, you lose 10 luminous stones as a trade, but I always feel like it's so stupid that you have to go across the entirety of Zora's Domain with so little help. Especially without wind bombs and stuff. It's so tedious to do, and you only get, I think it's only 1 diamond, and then this guy over here repairing the fence gives you 2 diamonds just for 10 luminous stones. It just seems a little unfair. Is what I always think. Now, another quest that definitely comes to mind is the Akala stable, the Akala South stable, where you have to do this quest for this little sister and her older sister. The little sister wants to basically show her older sister 3 different dragonflies because she doesn't like bugs. And in general, it's like a fun concept or whatever. But the way the quest actually plays is really stupid. Essentially, I'm not sure if you've ever seen this quest in the speedrun, but essentially you walk back and forth the entire time. From the you start at the older sister, then you go to the younger, then you go to the older, go to the younger, go to the older, and then go back to the younger sister, and that's the quest. You know, like in comparison to Terrytown, I feel like that's how a fetch quest should not be. Literally going back and forth 6 times and just talk to people, and then it's like, yeah, you did the quest. And I hope we get some more interesting quests, more in the scheme of Terrytown in Tears of the Kingdom. That's basically my entire point. The reason I'm talking about this today is because the speedrun that I've actually been looking at to do on stream is the all quest speedrun, where you do every single quest in the game. And when I was doing some practice for that, I realized again, oh my god, actually looking at this quest right here, that's another horrible one. But yeah, when I was doing these quests, I basically realized how many, you know, forgettable quests there are in the game. How little really standout quests there are. The speedrun still is fun because you still do all of the shrines and there's a lot of fun movement. But now that I saw it, where is it again? The Hylian Homeowner quest is an absolutely annoying one. Oh, nice blood moon. Essentially what you have to do in that one is you have to buy the house, which is fine. I don't have an issue with buying the house. What I do have an issue with is upgrading the house to the maximum. And the problem is that you have to do every single house upgrade individually. So I think there's like 12 house upgrades or something. And you have to talk to Hudson like every single time and confirm that you really want to do the house upgrade. Just to see like a cutscene of them working. And like it's only 100 rupees or something. Why on earth was there no option to get all house upgrades done at once? Like even from a casual perspective. I feel like a lot of people would have had more than 100 rupees. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe a lot of people only did like one upgrade every couple like hours of gameplay and then it made sense, but I doubt it. That's actually something that I just remembered. Another small one that I could maybe think of is the one where you rescue Sesame's friends. Sesame's a guy at the Wasteland stable. You meet him there at the cooking pot. And then his friends show up around the Gerudo Canyon and you have to rescue them. That's maybe a little bit more of a standout quest, but again, most of the quests are either small fetch quests where you have to literally give a person a single item and the quest is done, or you go back and forth a bunch of times. Unfortunately. And that's why I think Terrytown is the best quest in the game with basically no competition. I haven't even talked about quests like Rush Room Rush, where you literally have to give a guy 50 rush rooms, or 55 I think it is. Which is basically just a joke. So yeah, just wanted to give you my thoughts on quests today. I think the speedrun for a quest is still pretty fun. It shows off the game in its entirety pretty much, and it doesn't include too many of the super broken glitches. Yes, it does include the item duplication, but doesn't duplicate stuff like the shrine coordinate warp. So overall, I think it's a cool speedrun, and it's not it's insanely long. It's like, it can be technically under 8 hours long. So I kind of want to look into it. But anyway, wanted to give you my thoughts today. I apparently wasn't able to talk as freely as I wanted still with my cold that's still going on. So I'm gonna cut it off here today, but I'm glad that I can at least talk about Breath of the Wild a little bit again on these videos. So thank you so much for watching. 111 days till Tears of the Kingdom. Direct announcement any day now, and I'll see you tomorrow.